Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to today's video. And listen, as much as I do like the Boruto series, for me to say it's a perfect series, well, it's just false. I don't think any anime I've ever watched has ever been perfect, so I figured for once it's time for me to keep it real and discuss what I feel like is one of Boruto's and part of Naruto's biggest flaws, which is the Otsutsuki Clan. Now, this topic I feel isn't really controversial. I think anyone who's a realist or isn't too arrogant can admit that the Otsutsuki Clan are lacking compelling motives. For how big and impactful they are to the franchise as a whole, now and moving forward, the Otsutsuki have probably the lamest reasonings for what they do currently. And I'm being optimistic about this because of the simple fact that, like I said, this clan isn't done from the story. Even though they are currently unknown or no active members left, the Otsutsuki still play such an important role for a few characters. So the thing I want the most from this series right now is to eventually get to explaining the origins of the clan, its true origins. Because I won't lie, Isshiki dying and telling Code to become an Otsutsuki god, sure, at the moment it was cool, but when you really take in the purpose for becoming one, it's just to be strong for the sake of being strong. A god that simply just wants to cause destruction for no real reason. As of now, that's how it looks, right? I'm saying it how it is. The traits of a good villain or antagonist, I feel, is developing their humanity. Explain who they are, what they want, and why they want it. Giving them fears, flaws, and history. If we check this list off with the Otsutsuki, we got the who, which Amato explained is them being parasites, what they want, which is unlimited power, but lack the why. And I feel like when it comes to a good antagonist, you need all three. Can't go two without the other one. Personally, however, I don't think this is going to be a reoccurring thing. Amato himself has already given us small info on the Otsutsuki, how they are parasites, their home planet, and I talked about this before, but through Code, whose goal now is to become his own Otsutsuki, not isshiki or momoshiki, his own version, they still have a chance to give us the long-awaited origin of this mysterious, overpowered clan. There's so many unanswered questions about these guys, like, in their home planet, is there civilization? Is there an Otsutsuki king? If Code can turn himself into an Otsutsuki, how many of these members undergo the same method? How many of these members are actually another species that turned into one? Like, just thinking about questions like these gets me pumped up about the series and would honestly make the Otsutsuki so much more intriguing. But the way it is now, it's literally a bunch of characters with split personalities that all have the same boring or unanswered reasoning for their goal at the end of the day. Isshiki had it all, man. The swag, the personality, even taking account his lack of reasoning, he actually is one of the coolest characters in the series. So polite, yet so disrespectful. But when he told Code that message of the Otsutsuki god to become the strongest and devour planets and stars, like, yeah, cool, but why? Do you know what kind of menace you gotta be to just wake up one day and destroy a whole city full of people to establish your role as a powerful person? The motives of the Otsutsuki literally contradicts the actual meaning of the term nobody is born evil. Because the way it is right now, these guys were plotting destruction out of the womb. That's literally how it sounds, and it sucks because I'm not wrong about it. Now again, what leaves me optimistic about the story moving forward is that Kodachi already set up and foreshadowed a way for us to learn what makes an Otsutsuki through Code, the Otsutsuki planet, and just the simple fact that Code is plotting to turn himself into his own version of the Otsutsuki. Like, it's all already there. All Kishimoto's gotta do is execute it, which I do think will inevitably happen. Will it happen before the time skip? Personally, I gotta disagree and hope that it doesn't. Because like how the Uchiha clan was greatly expanded upon and was so huge to the story in Shippuden, there's definitely a possibility that we could get something like that through the Boruto time skip. Obviously, this is after the upcoming war between Team Kara and Konoha. If you guys haven't seen the Chapter 60 translate, it was something along the lines of Code and the team getting ready to move with their plans. And with the crazy power that each of them hold, whether it's through combat or not, they all contribute nicely. And as some may not like me saying this, the time skip may not be called Boruto Shippuden, Naruto Next Generations. This old Naruto generation might see their end. For how strong and powerful these cyborgs are and for them to come out of this battle with no kills, I mean, I just don't see that happening. People are going to die. One of Code's main reasons for doing this is to get revenge for Isshiki. So how is he going to go out of his way to form this team for them to catch no bodies? And I'm not talking regular ass jonins, man, nah, I mean past or present important characters. Kodachi literally himself said the Boruto story was going to get dark. We we all thought it was through Isshiki or Boruto before the time skip, but now they have a way to change the direction of the story through Team Kara. And after Code completes his current goal, then he can hopefully finally move on to learning what it means to be an Otsutsuki and why they do what they do. Foreshadowing is very common in this Naruto franchise. Hell, someone even pointed out that Momoshiki actually saw Kurama's death before episode 65, telling Naruto that it's a shame he had no means of passing on his power to the next generation. And we know this isn't exaggerated because Momoshiki was also able to see Boruto's future, telling him his unfortunate fate. It's things like that to when Kurama actually died in chapter 55 that makes you go back and read or watch the small build up to that moment. And I'm really hoping the future information we get on this clan will make me do that in a way to where I'll look at Momoshiki, Isshiki, etc. completely different. Information that will have me going back to this Isshiki fight to check for references, or to when a model was explaining the Otsutsuki very briefly. How much of that was he leaving out? So yeah, hopefully y'all see why I have hope that Kishimoto will continue Kodachi's work, hell even improve on it, and eventually get to explaining this mysterious clan that he himself introduced. And that's gonna do for today, guys. As always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, and also let me know how you feel about the Otsutsuki clan as a whole. Thanks again, and I'll catch you on the next one.